I'm sure you've seen many of your favorite book fantasy content creators receive this book, Asteria, A World Unbound, and I'm here to tell you that I soft DNF'd this book. I'm about 500 pages into this 1,000-page tome. I plan on picking it back up once again in January, but I want to talk about why I soft DNF'd this book. Long story short, it wasn't the characters, it wasn't the plot, although I do think that there is things to be improved in both of those aspects. I DNF'd it softly because of the dialogue tags. This book has a very big dialogue tag problem and just a dialogue problem in general. It feels like there wasn't really a line editor in this book because I don't think an editor would have let this dialogue tag problem pass. Basically, the authors, they kind of are allergic to the words said. They kind of used every word in the freaking dictionary as a dialogue tag. I remember I posted a story about this, like she extolled, she enunciated are some of the most extreme ones. And a lot of the times they restated what the dialogue was saying. So in the example that I have, I'll throw up here, they said, come in, she invited. Like, you don't need to restate what your dialogue is saying. And that happened all the time. I could probably open to a random page right now and pick out a rough use of dialogue tags. You think so? He inquired. Nothing too grand, he humbly answered. Tell me, Vendon inquired. Well, yes and no, Vendon confusingly began. Also, people nod a lot in this book. Like, a lot. Since you're so eager to start, let's kick off your first lesson, Vendon declared. It was so distracting to the point where I could only read a page at a time without kind of wanting to pull my hair out. I do think that it is a really, really, really big problem. I was showing this to some friends and they were all saying the exact same thing, that they would have hard DNF'd immediately. And I'm not about the hard DNF life, so I'm gonna read the rest of it, but the authors want to turn this into a 5-book series, all just as big. They want a webtoon adaptation. They want spin-offs, and they want this whole universe to be massive. But if your entry point has such a big problem with dialogue, and dialogue tags specifically, it's not going to work, I think. People aren't going to finish this, first of all, and then go on and keep reading. The dialogue usually had one of two formats. It was dialogue, then dialogue tag, or it was dialogue, then dialogue tag, then dialogue. It was always in these two formats. There was almost no creativity with how the dialogue was expressed or done, which I didn't like. I was getting really annoyed with how it was going. I do think there are many great things about this book. There are other things, like I said, with regards to the characters, plot, world building, magic, that I think can be improved upon as well, but those can be improved upon in later books. The dialogue tag problem, I think, is so big that I'm going to say it, the authors might need to go back and fix all of the dialogue tags in this book because it's such a big problem. I don't DNF things. I almost never do. And yet I had to soft DNF this, which is a first for me. I'm very grateful for the author sending me this book. It holds a special place in my heart because it's my first book mail ever. It's the first thing any author has ever sent to me. So I'm going to cherish it very much. And I do want to say thank you for sending me this. I do hope that the dialogue tag problem is fixed. If not in this book, then at least in book 2. But I do think it's worth fixing in this book.